Amina's Flame, a story of loss, courage, and legacy. In a village called Karakere, the earth forgot to drink, the skies dried up, the millets shrank, and the winds came not with whispers, but with warnings. Little Amina, just 13, walked barefoot across the cracked soil each morning. Her dress was faded, her feet dust-worn, her hands always holding hope in a clay pot. Her mother, Senabu, stood each day at their hut doorway, a tired and restful woman whose scarf danced in the heat like it remembered gentler days. Inside their mud home, behind the smile she wore like armor, Sinabu nursed an unspoken truth. This land no longer fits us. So one night, she turned to her eldest son. Yusuf, your dreams are too big for these empty fields. Go, find the city, send back what you can. Your sister, she still has a chance. Only 19, but old from struggle, so I didn't want to let go. And to Amina, he knelt and whispered, "Be strong, little sister. I will return, not just with money, away." Then he climbed into a faded white Land Cruiser, its engine coughing to life. Behind the wheel sat a man with sunglasses and promises. The dust rose, the girl waved, the mother prayed. Then smoke and silence. Kanu greeted Yusuf not with gold or glory, but with machines and sweat. He worked in a textile factory stitching for hours beneath thin roofs that trapped the sun. There was no air, only steam and orders, backed by men who didn't even know their name. He made friends with a girl named Rukoyat, 17, fierce, and faster with thread than any man. She spoke of books she had never read and stars she couldn't name. One day, she collapsed by the loom. "She needs water," Yusuf cried. But the fool man only growled, "Walk faster or leave." And then one night, the fire came. No warning, no mercy, just a spark, then flames. Screams filled the air, machines melted, wood cracked like bones. Yusuf tried to drag out Rukayat, whose leg was trapped. Others ran. Survival louder than loyalty. She was saved and others weren't. And when the smoke cleared, the factory vanished, taking with it all their wages, their ID cards, and their illusions. Yusuf ended up on the streets. He met Chima, a fellow survivor who spoke in riddles and smiled like it was rebellion. They slept under bridges, wrapped in thin blankets and heavier silence. One woman, Mama Ndidi, fed them from her roadside pots. She never asked why they were broken. She just said, "If you eat here, feed someone else one day." Then, back in Kerekere, Amina had grown. She no longer chased goats. She taught children to read under the babu tree. The village had changed little, but her eyes now carried a fire her belly rarely felt. One day, a letter arrived, worn, stained, folded too many times. It was from Yusuf. "I'm not Ashes Amina. I met people who reminded me who I am. Mama's strength never left me. I'll return not empty-handed, but with purpose." Sinabu smiled when Amina read the letter aloud. The next day, she fell sick, and weeks later she was buried beneath the shade tree, a scarf folded by her side. Years passed. Then one morning, the same dusty path echoed with familiar footsteps. Yusuf had returned. Stood taller now, shoulders heavy with memory and a backpack full of tools. He reached the house, repented, peaceful, and saw Amina, now a teacher, now a woman. They embraced, no words, just breath and tears. Then together they walked behind the hut, and there beneath the tree lay Senabu's grave. Smooth stone, lone lamb, and silence. Yusuf knelt, kissed the earth, and whispered, "I made it, Mama. but I'm sorry I came too late. A few months later, a structure rose in the village, small but proud, the roof shining with solar panels. They call it Sinabu Light Works. Yusuf and Amina opened the doors to every youth who once thought they had to run away to survive. Girls in hijab fixed batteries, boys climbed ladders with purpose, and the night no longer swallowed the village, they sparkled. From that place, light spilled into hearts, classrooms, and futures. And on the first anniversary, Yusuf stood beneath the shade tree and spoke to the crowd. I left chasing survival. I returned chasing purpose. My mother didn't live to see this light, but she carried it inside her all along. That night, Kere glowed, not from fire, but from hope. The children laughed under the solar lanterns. Elders nodded in approval. And near the grave of the woman who dreamed big for her children, a gentle lamp stayed lit. Amina whispered she would be proud. Yusuf smiled hand over his heart. We are not just children of the dust, we are the keepers of the sun. Inspired by many, dedicated to all who stayed, all who left, and all who returned with the light.